Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Are you new to the world of banking, or are you still confused about whether you should get a credit card or a debit card? Well, we're here to help you. Let's take a look at credit cards versus debit cards. Know the difference. Number 6. Main difference between a debit card and a credit card. Well, if you own either a debit card or a credit card, or if you have seen either of the two in real life, at first glance, you might not be able to tell the difference between the two. By the looks of it, the two appear to be somewhat similar, but their functionality is way different. Both credit cards and debit cards have the usual 16-digit number on the front of the card, a magnetic strip, EMV chips, and expiration dates. Even when we talk about the essential use of a debit card or a credit card, even their use is pretty much the same. Both cards can be used for making online or in-store transactions, and allow users to opt for online banking as well. However, there is one key difference that sets debit cards and credit cards apart from each other. If you have any idea about basic accounting terms, you probably know the difference between debit and credit, and the difference between debit cards and credit cards is also along the same lines. With a debit card, whatever purchases you make will be deducted from your existing funds, whereas with a credit card, you can borrow money for your purchases from the bank whose credit card you have. Number 5. Key differences between the two. Both debit and credit cards do have a certain limit, and some people find debit cards to be more feasible, while others find credit cards to be better suited for their use. But before we get into the details of whether you should get a debit card or a credit card, let's further explore some of the differences between the two, so you can make a better informed decision. Debit cards are linked directly to your bank account. Every time you make a purchase through your debit card, be it online or in-store, the amount that you have spent will be deducted from the amount that you have deposited in your bank account. Moreover, with a debit card, you always have quick access to your money. All you have to do is go to an ATM and withdraw the amount of cash you need. This does not include any additional interest payments or monthly fee. If we look at credit cards, on the other hand, in layman's terms, they can be referred to as a loan. Every time you make a purchase, you will be borrowing money from the card issuer. This payment can then be made in terms of a minimum payment or a full balance at the end of each month. While credit cards don't provide you with quick access to cash, they are better suited when making large purchases. Before you decide whether you should get a credit card or a debit card, analyze what your lifestyle is like, and then make a decision accordingly. However, you can also go ahead with the option of owning both. Number 4. Advantages of a debit card. We've already mentioned that a debit card is linked to your bank account. Therefore, carrying a debit card is pretty similar to carrying cash. Instead of dealing with the hassle of arranging your cash and looking for change, all you have to do is carry this piece of plastic with you that can make your transactions possible. When we look at the advantages of owning a debit card, the first and foremost thing that comes to our mind is that debit cards are ideal for preventing you from excessive spending. You will only end up spending the money that you have and will not end up with a loan that you can't pay back. Moreover, debit cards are pretty easy to obtain. As soon as you open a bank account, your debit card will be issued simultaneously. Last but not least, not only do debit cards make cash more accessible, there's no fee that you have to pay for using the card. Number 3. Disadvantages of a debit card. While there are many advantages of using a debit card, it comes with its downsides too. Debit cards can sometimes be problematic for users in instances where companies don't accept prepaid debit cards. Moreover, if your PIN is known to other people and you lose your debit card, you can also lose your money. Moreover, debit cards are more susceptible to fraud, thus posing a higher risk for your money's security. Number 2. Advantages of a credit card. Like we've mentioned above, credit cards are a form of loan. However, one thing that we did not mention previously that makes credit cards attractive is that it's a form of unsecured interest-free loan, which can be paid back within a period of 20 to 50 days. Yes, you heard it right. It is interest-free. Credit cards are ideal for people who like a luxury lifestyle and can help you improve your credit score immensely, which can help you with future purchases and loans. Moreover, most credit cards also offer a ton of discounts and exciting offers on hotels, restaurants, traveling, and other things. Number 1. Disadvantages of credit cards. Even though we have discussed that credit cards are a form of unsecured interest-free loans, there is one major problem that can cause you to rethink your decision about owning a credit card. As you probably know by now that you need to pay back this loan within 20 to 50 days, but what happens if you fail to pay the loan back? Well, this is where the problem arises. If you cross the 50-day period, you will have to pay the amount back with interest, and even pay a fine. Moreover, if you're unable to pay it back, your assets such as home, jewelry, clothes, and other material possessions can be seized by the credit card issuer. Credit cards also have high annual fees, alongside the very high possibility that you might spend over your budget and can end up with a lot of loans. Well, here's all you need to know about the difference between credit and debit cards. We hope this answers all the questions you had about what'll suit you better. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.